Coaches like to say play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe joins from the sideline with an injury report.
Hey guys, Georgia's head coach told me pregame they have a lot of confidence in their backup this week. He was able to come in for their injured starter last week and have a very productive game. They like how he read the defense, how he got guys in and out of plays, so they are expecting to be able to really count on him here today in this big game. I'll keep you posted on how comfortable he looks starting out the first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see how they react. The Longhorns ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Handoff to the single back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Back to pass on second down. Throws to the back. Zings it complete to the right. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Dogs come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Sells to run, looking to pass. Working that left side now. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patters. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Unloads to the wideout. Right side, it's Taylor. And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
That is how you get your playmaking wide receiver in the game early. First series, they scripted this. They want to get him the football. They get him the football, and he does the rest. Gets the big touchdown on the opening drive of the game.
And he tacked on the extra point. Deep in the end zone, it's Jenkins. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. snap, wants to start the drive with a pass. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. They're all over it. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And those outside linebackers nowadays are so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top on second down. Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And, man, this is exactly what you want as a play caller. You want to get your quarterback settled, give him some bunnies early to make some plays so he's feeling bulletproof. 4 for 4 to start the game. Yes, please. Offensive coordinator Jesse, I'm giving him an A+ so far for checking those boxes.
Well, he's done a good job getting his quarterback prepped for this one, too, because watching this guy throw the ball, he's making quick decisions, and he's throwing the ball with a lot of conviction. You can tell this guy watched a lot of film. He has the answers to the test early in this game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Third and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Right down the middle. Converts on fourth down. Still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter as we get a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Second down, gonna throw it. third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
He's looking to pass. Fires to the end zone. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Second and long here. The give. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on! That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
Yeah, and you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
At midfield, he's got room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Georgia coming out with the fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Off play action on first down. Gets away. Strong pass rush. Gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm, and they're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed. But that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It is changed.
They get to him as he throws.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely foot the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Wants to throw one first. On target.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Handoff from the gun. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Turns into the pile. He finds his way out to the 13-yard line, and they're out of trouble with a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Out wide left, it's Jenkins. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Out wide right, it's Lockett. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Snapped on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. Grabbed behind the line, it's Lockett. Bring him down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. He's got him in the flat. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. He uncorks one deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. They'll try to get it through the air. Keeping his eyes downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Throws quickly. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their third timeout. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have two left to work with before the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Fresh set of downs going up top. Here comes the heat. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports studios, and a great Week 8. We start with Arizona, taking on the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
And it's the Wildcats looking to push their record to 7-0. And you do that, you essentially lock down a postseason spot, although I think their goals are far bigger than just that. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out the quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Lets it fly. Makes the grab. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Another big gain on the catch here. Big target out there like a Roy Williams was back in the day.
No doubt. And find your guys, find your matchups. And listen, when you're at Texas, you recruit at a high level. You usually...
Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And you got to love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
It gives the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement up front. That made all the difference here on this drive with their ability to run.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Quarterback changing the play. Right at the line. He gets it past the sticks and Georgia has a first down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
And the Dogs will have it 1st and 10. Press center downs going to the air. Extending the play. He'll try to do it himself. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. On the stop.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And he avoids the sack.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Rid of it on the RPO. Could not make his way to the corner.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
2nd down to the air. It's complete to the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Look out! He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Still second down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. Wants to throw again. Makes the grab. Taken down. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Still looking. And the third down pass is incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. First play of this drive. Comes down, it's Taylor. Oh, what a cut! And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35. And the Bulldogs come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Drops back on first down. Got his man downfield. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Flips it out to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jenkins. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They caught, and he's got room.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football.
There he goes to the left. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. On the move. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left. He wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Longhorn. A great catch and run for 6.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Powers forward. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. An 84-yard drive there, and the capper a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They want that clock to run. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
To the ground. He's got it again. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Looking to the big tight end. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Catch is made at the 15. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Here comes the Texas offense. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Nowhere to go. The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. And they'll get nothing going on this one either, at least back to the line of scrimmage, but it is fourth down. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Rushes on. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Handoff to the lone back. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dogs! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. They'll line up to go for 2. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
From deep, it's Jenkins. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Handoff from the shotgun. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And how are you guys not impressed with this defense, man? They've been so good. They've been all over the field. And they're about to make this a very one-dimensional offense. Like, the clock is ticking, right? And they're down. They got to get aggressive. Still trying to run the football. But this defense, they've been a brick wall so far.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Fires to the big fella.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Keeping his eyes downfield. On the move, he fires. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Long way to go on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got the quick pass. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Good timing on the quick out. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. After this, it'll be a wrap. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Wants to throw one first. Makes a grab. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here.